Hi everyone, it's Danielle. Today is day 11 of my 100-day video personal blog challenge. It's a somber day for me today. So I'm late in posting. Normally I post in the morning, but I've been working in the shop all day. I'm just wrapping up my day, and it started beautifully. I saw the sunset this morning come up over the horizon, over the water, on the beach. It was so beautiful. Colors are spectacular. And I posted some photos. It was really gorgeous. And then I had a great breakfast, and I did some reading, and there's a reading that I selected that just basically jumped off the page of me. And I just wanted to share it really quickly. It says, the title is Neither Dependence Nor Self-Sufficiency. And here's what it reads. When we insisted, like infants, that people protect and take care of us, or that the world owed us a living, then the result was unfortunate. The people we most loved often pushed us aside, or perhaps deserted us entirely. Our disillusionment was hard to bear. We failed to see that, though adult in years, we were still behaving childishly, trying to turn everybody, friends, wives, husbands, even the world itself, into protective parents. We refused to learn that overdependence upon people is unsuccessful because all people are fallible. And even the best of them will sometimes let us down, especially when our demands for attention become unreasonable. So that reading really resonated with me a lot, because growing up and throughout my life, I definitely recognize patterns of codependency. And if you're not familiar with the term of what codependency is, I encourage you to Google it and look it up. Melody Beattie has some really amazing apps and books about codependency, and it really served as an eye-opener for me. So the reason why I want to address today and what happened today in my own words is because one of my family members posted a post on Facebook that was very public and very private, related to a very private matter, and directly included my name, even though I had no knowledge nor had I given any sort of permission to involve me at all. But everyone has their own journey and makes their own choices and walks their own path. So the post was really exposing and harmful and damaging. So I thought I would take a few minutes just to address it in the most delicate way that I feel comfortable with. So I have shared in the past that I had a very challenging upbringing. So my parents are loving people. They made choices to do what they felt was best on behalf of their 3 daughters. I have no doubt that they love their daughters, myself being the oldest, and my 2 sisters, that they love us very much, and that they have made choices navigating through life that they felt were in the best interest of us, for the safety and protection of us. We're human and we're imperfect, and we make choices. Some are good, some are less good, some are harmful, whether intentionally or not. The truth is, everybody's family is dealing with something. It may be physical illness, it may be emotional illness, it may be psychological imbalance, there may be substance abuse, there may be criminal acts that people know nothing about. Some families may be loving and joyous, and other families may be really stressed and pained and riddled with heartache. And you would never know, because people don't want you to know, because it's fiercely private. And everybody is recovering from something. They're recovering from some sort of loss. They're recovering from some sort of a trauma. and there are healthy ways that you can heal. And there are a ton of different resources available, from traditional Western medicine to Eastern medicine, which really goes to the root, to doing ongoing personal development. Because we're all humans, and we are raised by parents that are imperfect and who are fallible, and their parents are imperfect and fallible, and I'm sure I'm making mistakes that my children will hold against me. Everybody does the best that they feel they can do based on their circumstances, and what other people do is not within my control. Just like the choices that my family member made today was completely outside of my knowledge nor my control. I can only control my reaction to what people choose to do. And in the case of my family dynamics, like if I feel like the dynamics between myself and my parents are not healthy, then it's my responsibility to establish healthy boundaries to protect my interests, because that's in my control. I can't control the actions of anybody else. So hypothetically speaking, if somebody is going to act abusively or rude to me, then it's in my control whether I choose to tolerate it or not. And if I choose to establish boundaries and say, you're out of line, I'm not going to talk to you, and you're not going to treat me that way, you're out of my life. You're abusive. That's your choice to be abusive. It's my choice if I'm going to tolerate it. I don't care if that's a family member. I don't care if that's a supposed friend. A friend won't treat you like that. A family member should not treat you like that. Just because they're family does not justify any excuse for poor behavior, or to be abusive and to justify and say, well, it's family. No, toxic is toxic. So in circumstances where I may have fallen victim to certain situations or offenses, whether they were intentional or not, it's not always my fault that those things happened, but it is my responsibility to take corrective action. And that includes establishing boundaries. If I've been harmed, it's my responsibility to take steps and corrective measures to protect myself. If I see that my children are being harmed, that is within my control, because it's my job to protect them, and I'm going to do everything in my power. If I feel like there's a dynamic that's not healthy, I'm going to state that and take corrective action. And if it doesn't get remedied, then my reaction will become more firm. It's not my place to air other people's business, especially if it's going to cause hurt and damage to other people. I can only control my choices, my actions. If somebody's sick, I'll do what I can to help them get well. It's not my place to air that they're sick. If somebody is in harm's way, I will do what I can to lend support and to help them get out of harm's way. When I choose to share my journey, it's because I have many techniques that have helped me heal and to grow and to develop healthier ways than the tactics I was employing in my past. So it's my choice to share that I used to use alcohol in an unhealthy way because I was trying to numb pain and I was trying to fill a void which had existed inside me that I realized can only come from self-love and healing and doing my inner work and facing those traumas and facing the problems that everybody faces, but like you can repress it and it's not being dealt with, or you can do the work to heal from it and to release it, and it takes a lot of freaking work. But it's not my place to go airing the exposure of the person that was my violator. That's very private. wish the person that causes the offense also heals. Because most likely, if they're causing those harmful offenses, they're also hurt. And they have to do their work. It's not my place. There's a term, it's one of my favorite terms. Not my circus, not my monkeys. And it's true. Though, you know, I can only control what's in my control. And I can have empathy and compassion for people that are hurting, because I know that I've been through a lot. And I choose to share the things that I choose to share, because I feel like it's my mission to try to help others using the techniques that I've learned. So that's using healthy remedies, it's working with crystals, it's using things like tarot and astrology, you know, using astrology to know my strengths and my weaknesses and understand what my purpose is. And I'm going to use every measure possible to me, using Reiki to heal myself and to release all of those past traumas that I may be carrying from this life or past lives. You don't have to believe it. I do. Everybody has their own path, right? Again, that's why I have an arrow. That's why I'm getting a tattoo of a star, to follow my true north. I don't know. Thank you for the support. I had to address it because I was pulled into it unexpectedly without my permission. I have to make corrective measures and take measures to establish boundaries that are best for me and best for my children, and navigate the best that I know how. And I just want everyone to find their own peace and fulfillment, and to heal, and to let go of any harbored resentments, because that shit will kill you. That will eat you up inside and fester and cause more resentment. You hold on to that resentment, it's going to create more. So I encourage everyone to do their own inner work and control the things that are in their control, and let go of the rest. And don't go airing other people's business, and don't go involving yourself in other people's business. Maybe Danny in the past used to do that. I don't know. If I did, I'm sorry, but I don't do that now. I establish boundaries and I remove toxicity from my life. And I foster and I nourish healthy relationships that will encourage me to grow and to be nurtured, and it's symbiotic and mutual. So thank you to everybody who's reached out. I will be okay. This too shall pass. I wish healing for everyone. You can call me a hippie, but that's what I wish. So thank you. I'm going to take a relaxing little road trip to see a beloved friend. And thanks for taking some time out. I appreciate you. Namaste.